Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2002 comedy film, The New Guy. This is hour and a half long. It is hysterical because it's a true testament of 2002 culture. Like, this was obviously filmed in '01, it came out in '02. You had a pop punk rock soundtrack throughout the entire thing. The clothes, the speech, the slang, the mannerisms, the pop culture, the fact that you had so many different stars of that time period in this film, just as cameos or random characters. Like, Tony Hawk is playing himself in this for no reason. It's just so, it's a perfect representation of 2002. Let's put it that way. I think Scooby-Doo, the live action Scooby-Doo, was 2002. That's another good perfect representation. Simple Plan being the title song at the end of "I'm Just a Kid, Life is a Nightmare" is just so reflective to then Scooby-Doo as well. Watching this as a film buff now, seeing it as a pop culture sense, like, of course the gay jokes don't work anymore here in 2022 because it's been 20 years since this film came out. Eliza Dushku is in this. She was a massive star in that time period. Zoe Deschanel was in this. She's been doing thousands of things, since then, thankfully. But a lot of these actors and actresses you don't see anymore. They had their moments between 2000 and 2004. In 2004, 2005, that's when Judd Apatow's comedy revolution took place within pop culture, especially here in the States. 40-Year-Old Virgin broke that barrier. That started the next era of comedy film. So everything before New Millennium comedy was really between, well, I'll say 99, because technically American Pie was 99, right? We got to watch the American Pie films. That's another comedy thing. That's another thing that's withstood the test of time. It definitely would not be made as it was back then. We'll talk about that and why. But that time period, that 5-year time period, 99 to 2004, that was just some kind of perfect crest of comedy and pop culture that you don't really see that much of accurate representation anymore. Thankfully, now that I'm speaking about this out loud, you do see some of that, actually. Like, these 2022 films representing high school culture, some of them have that modern normality flair to it. Some Netflix films, not every Netflix film, some of them, not all of them, but films back then, they didn't have streaming sites. They had to make them for the masses, for the movie theaters, and it shows. It's just a different type of craftsmanship. I'm gushing about it. I'm fanboying, whatever. This film is, this kid is, well, he's an 18-year-old senior in high school, but he literally breaks his penis the first day of the senior year, and in front of everybody, because of an 80-year-old, librarian, and he tries to figure out how to get expelled after making friends with a guy in jail, who he then visits regularly in prison to learn the ways of the bad boy. So he reinvents himself. He goes from this character of Dizzy to this character of Gil. Gil has to go to a new school because he was expelled from the other school. He still has friends in that school who he's in a funk band with. And then, stuff happens at the new school. He has to make his mark, attack the biggest guy in school, make sure everybody sees it. Hysterical 5-minute scene, mind you. It might have been 3 minutes, but it was still hysterical. I don't think the glass in the display case was supposed to break. I think it surprised both of them, but they just kept it in anyway. It worked beautifully. The whole behind the scenes bloopers or making of kind of thing, everybody just dancing and making faces at the camera at the end during the credits. Cool. You don't really see that kind of stuff. So it was neat seeing that. It was very neat seeing that, as a wrap up kind of a thing, credential to the film. So of course, chaos ensues, and then there's the High School Musical, moment of status quo, and it's just broken, and everyone's now mingling with the different cliques, and then the truth is revealed at a concert, and then everybody, goes back to the let's mingle with the cliques because Gil was right all along, and things, right? It's predictable, but this film is in '02, High School Musical was in '06. Vastly different genres. That was a Disney film compared to this, which is not a Disney film by any means. It's just really cool watching this from a historical point of view. I do enjoy its historical importance towards pop culture that we have 20 years later. Who knows what that main actor is doing now? I certainly don't. I don't even know his name. But he was in so many films from 99 to '04. It's just that 5-year gap was something like we'll never see ever again. And it is now in the history books. New guy. It is on Netflix, I think, until March 31st, 2022. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. That's all I got. Mucho mahalo.